What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another muscle car walk around here at Coyote Classics in Green, Iowa. Today, Chad and I are gonna go bumper to bumper on this stunning 1973 Z28 Camaro. This is believed to be 20,000 original mile car, finished in its original paint color. It's got a numbers matching 4-speed transmission and a date correct 350 from a 1973 Z28.
245 horse, right?
245 horse CLL coat.
Yeah, the original light pastel yellow with the black Z28 stripes is absolutely iconic to the 1970 to 73 Camaros.
Yeah, it is. A beautiful color, and it's we got another yellow Z28 Camaro
71,
right now.
yep.
Yeah, different color totally. I mean, it's more of a flashy, where this is just a beautiful pastel.
Yeah, I love the color combination on this car. It's even got the old school Goodyear polyglass tires. And once we get into this thing, we'll tell you on the exact mileage on it. And it sure does drive like a 20,000 mile car, but we do not have any documentation proving that, guys. As we go ahead and take a peek under the hood, and you're gonna see this in the door jambs, trunk floor, trunk jambs, everything. This is an original paint all over on all the jambs on this car. It's had one repaint done years ago, and they did a beautiful job on it.
I mean, that's a little piece of evidence that kind of tells you that it could be original 20,000 miles. And then when you get behind the wheel and drive it, it makes you pretty certain.
Yeah, also when you get underneath this car, guys, go to our website, coyoteclassics.com. You won't believe how solid and original all the metal is on this real deal Z28 Camaro. Comes equipped, guys, with power steering, still got the stock manifolds, really nice sounding dual exhaust, power disc brakes in the front. It's got the vacuum canisters, it's got the windshield washer. Everything is pretty much bone stock on this thing. Like I said, 350, we did run the numbers. It is a 73, 350, 245 horse, but it is not numbers matching.
And this is a Missouri car as well, so I mean, that kind of tells you why it's solid. You know, spent its life down south.
I don't know exactly how many owners this car has had. It'd be kind of fun to do some of the research and stuff. Del, we leave it up 1 second, please?
Yeah.
Just want to go here, guys. As far as our paint code on this thing, 5151 for the paint. Trim is 775 A51, which is our black bucket seat interior. Our Z28's right here, and then YE8. So it is a correct Z28, real deal car, and in fantastic condition.
Yeah, it is.
Right now in our inventory, as we look over here in the distance, we have a really nice 700 horsepower orange Camaro that's going to be coming on our website pretty soon. That one is a 70 split bumper. We have, as Dalton mentioned before, we have a beautiful 71 Real Z. We have a 71 Super Sport with a ton of horsepower and kind of a silver with charcoal stripes. And then we just acquired this awesome 73 Real Deal Z. So 4 super nice, excellent turnkey Camaros, guys, for you guys to choose from. As we look at the front of this, the grille, the bumpers, it still has the bumper guards on it. Everything on the front is in great shape. As we go and look at this passenger side line, it's as good as they come, guys. It fits perfectly flush, straight as an arrow. We're gonna have a couple tiny little chips. It's still gorgeous paint, but I bet it's 20, 30 years old, probably, if I had to guess. So you're gonna have a few little chips, a couple little nicks in the black. You can tell when they did do this, I shouldn't say 20 or 30, it's probably more like 15 to 20, because it is clear coated, guys. So there's some definitely, you cannot feel the stripes on the hood. They're all buried in the clear.
And that's a pretty good indicator that the exterior is not original paint. The previous owner thought it might be, but I mean, looking at it, when the stripes are cleared in, you can tell it's been repainted, and a nice repaint at that.
Yep. Again, we're talking about these polyglass tires and the original rims, disc brakes on the front. The rims are in great shape. Tires have a ton of tread left on them. And I just love the period correct tires, matching set front to back. It has a wonderful muscle car stance on this Camaro. As we look at the lower fender, no bubbles, blisters, imperfections. Bottom of the door, bottom of the rear quarter panel, all looks nice and solid. The door handle's in fantastic shape as well. Opens nicely. Here's what I'm talking about, guys, on the jam paint. The jam paint's original. You can tell that right here. Also, look at the rubbers, Dalton. They are the original rubbers. Check that out. You can tell they haven't been, you know what I mean? They've got they're a little hard right in here. But look at the shape of them still.
And they almost feel like they just got put in. You know, it's really cool. I mean, this is a car that, I mean, it's just really babied and taken care of, obviously. A lot of these Z28s, you bought them to use up your warranty and get that second motor. But this one, very well taken care of.
Yes, it is. The door panel is just fantastic here on the passenger side. The hard plastic is in great shape, top and bottom. The armrest is great. Window cranks aren't heavily pitted. As far as the windows, guys, it goes up and down great. And we have the original rubber still on the windows. Again, as we go into the jam, check out how nice and solid and clean the original paint is on the jam of this car. Original fender, you got the 17D marked in that fender. In behind the fender, you can see back in there, that is rust-free as well, original paint. Bottom corner of the door is nice. It's got the Z28 floor mats. Both of the passenger side seat and driver's seat are excellent. It's very, very nice. All the plastic hardware around here is still in great shape. Look at the seat belts. So these are the original seat belts, and check them out. A lot of times when they get all crappy, this is all clean here too. Very cool. Chrome's still nice on them. So, you know, you guys be the judge of it. You know, there's no way to prove it that it's 120 or 20, but the inside is immaculate.
And those are original seat covers too, I mean, if you look at the back, and
that's a great point right there, Dalt.
I mean, that's absurd to me. I mean, that just, in my mind, it really tells me that, hey, this probably is original 20,000 miles.
Check out the seat backs. I mean, they are awesome. No one sprayed spray dye or nothing like that on them. Here's our jams. You can see the little tape line right here. And the color match was really awesome from the original paint on the jams to the outside. Back of the headliner, dome light's great. The visors, check how tight those visors are still. Just don't make them that way.
No, they don't. And I'm guessing that is the original headliner. If you look, it's nothing that needs to be replaced, but you can see it's just kind of sagging just a skosh on that hard headliner.
Bit.
Nothing that you want to replace, but I mean, it just kind of tells me that.
Yeah, it's a good point. As far as inside our glove box here, that's in great shape as well. Original AM radio. Works perfectly as well. And look how quick it turns on. You know, a lot of them just take a while to turn on once they get older. The dash pad is in excellent shape. Same thing with our gauges. Check out how clean this gauge cluster is. The clock does not work. Temperature gauge works, tach works, 20,467 miles. Gas gauge works, and our amp gauge works. Wipers work great. It's got the antenna right in the windshield. The rear view mirror is nice and tight. It's even got the seat belt holders. You don't see these, Dalt. Why don't you look at this once? You do not see this hard plastic in these cars very often. This usually got broken, okay? So there's the factory GM seat belts with the original hard plastic, and it's not even scuffed up.
That's remarkable. Yeah, you don't see that. You're exactly right.
Ashtray's nice and clean. That part is all not broken. The only thing, guys, I see that's not working right now is the horn. The horn and the clock. I know we spent a lot of time on the interior of this car, guys, but the interior just tells the tale of this car and how it was taken care of. And check out how this door lines up over on the passenger side. Our body lines are perfect. The body is laser straight. Back bumper shines like it's brand new. Look at the tail light chrome and the tail lights on this car. Very, very nice. Now, as we look really closely, we're gonna see a couple little chips here. Same thing here. Very close. This could be the original paint right here yet on this back panel. You can see just some very light cracking right there in the paint. Dual exhaust is newer. Dalton, you wanna rev it up a little bit? As long as we're back here. You're not going to get one to idle any better than that. Inside our trunk, guys, go to our website, coyoteclassics.com. You're gonna go ahead and see just how nicely detailed that original trunk is. Two different kind of spoilers, guys. You had the low spoiler and you had this spoiler. We're about half and half with our cars. Two of them have the low, and you know, I don't know how I feel about it. I personally kind of like the low spoiler a little better myself, but this looks good as well. What's your opinion on them? Which one do you like better, D?
No. Go big or go home. So I like this one right here.
You like the tall one that looks like it's really going to help you keep it to the road better, huh?
Looks like it's going to take off. And it is a real cold day here today, so it's not
just a little moisture, guys.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of, all it is, guys, just a little bit of water in there. You can see that on the thing. So we've had it inside our climate controlled new showroom. So it's ready to go to your home, guys. This is a super, super sweet car. Don't miss this one.
Super, super. It's awesome.
Worst part about the whole car, guys, and the whole paint is probably like these 6 little chips right here along the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You got
yeah, those are little tiny little rock chips.
Tiny little chips. There's not
very
much to point
small.
out.
So, like I said, rust-free car as far as I can see. I mean, door is awesome on it. The gap is great. A lot of times on these Trans Ams and Camaros, you probably don't know this, but a lot of them break on one side or another. So when you open them up, but this one on both sides, the original handles are perfect still. One other thing are gaps. All the gaps are great on it. Top of the hood, top of the fender, top of the door, all lines up perfectly there. Some more little rock chips, so excuse me, a few little tiny little chips. There might be a dozen or 15 of them here, but they're very, very small. No bubbles, no blisters. Windshield's crystal clear. As we come up in here, there's also some little tiny little paint chips, little imperfections, very, very small. Yep. Right here. But I mean, this car, I would take this to any car show and be super proud of it, man. This is an awesome car.
Probably win the damn thing too.
But it's meant to be driven though too. I can't wait to drive it. As we come in here, again, original paint, the jambs. Worst part about the door jambs, guys, this rubber right here is 100% original. Okay, and look, it's still pliable. All right, when they repainted it, they did not redo this rubber. So, but this top part of this rubber here is bad right at the very top. Corners of the door looks great. Never had any issues. Driver's side door panel also is fantastic. All the way along here is perfect. Right here, so many times this warps terribly and pulls way away from that vinyl. This one's in great shape, both sides. Again, here's our original paint, the door jambs in behind that fender, which so many times are patched up. This one is not. Driver's side seat. Cord is excellent. You can see just a skosh of wear right here, just a little bit there. Again, all our plastic, hardware, original seat belt, seat back, seat cover. You can see that here, it's just stained. This white is kind of stained. The back seat's perfect. That seat belt's for 2 back there. I'm gonna go out and say this is the best buy on the lot right now, guys. I priced this one to sell. It's a fantastic car. It's one of the best cars I got on the lot at the best muscle car price.
Yeah, absolutely.
So other than the horn and clock, this thing's ready to go. Heater works, defroster works, kind of went through. It does have remote mirror. That works perfectly as well.
That's another thing that almost every car with a remote mirror broke.
Yeah, ridiculous. Look at the shifter. It's got the Hurst shifter, but just see how clean everything is in the console. Inside the console is all nice and detailed beautifully.
Yeah, it's
just
a really nice car.
Parking brake works.
And I was surprised when I drove this for the first time too. I mean, just how nice that clutch feels, and I mean, just smooth.
I'm gonna roll the windows up because this car was super quiet when we drove it the other day too. So all the original rubbers and stuff, and it's still nice and quiet. I just love these tall 4-speeds, original 4-speeds.
Yeah, me too.
I remember, that's another thing about this car. You could just really feel that 4-barrel kicking in. Remember the first time we drove this thing?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I mean, that 4 barrels needs set up perfect too.
It is. Again, I say it's a broken record, but it stops straight, power disc brakes, perfect pedal, nice full pedal here. We're idling it to about 650 RPM, so it's got a great idle. Come up to the stop sign. What else to say about it? The steering is awesome.
Just a comfortable car.
It is.
Original seats too, and they're not broke down or worn down.
We sell a ton of the 70 to 73 Camaros, you know.
Yeah, we do.
Never went over 4,000 ownerships, guys. This thing flies.
Yeah,
absolutely fantastic car.
It's super smooth too. I mean, going down the road, this Highway 14 is usually a rough son of a gun. I mean, it just feels like we're just riding on a cloud. I mean, just powerful downshift. Yeah, I mean, there's
absolutely nothing wrong, in my opinion, with this car mechanically going down the road, guys. It's one of the best in the house. Not just the best looking inside and out, one of the best driving Camaros we got. The only thing I can mention is the speedometer is off a little bit. It's reading slow. It's reading about 10 to 15 mile an hour slow. So guys, fly in and drive this car home. It's ready to do that.
Check it out, coyoteclassics.com. Subscribe to the channel, like us on Facebook, Instagram. Until next time.